Hey guys, Drea Avent back for part 2 with the legendary Henry Bibby. In part 1, we talked about his college career, the dynasty at UCLA, but now I want to find out about his pro career, coaching, and then we're going to delve into Dribble Pro, which is his company that he's working with now. So Henry, let's talk a little bit about the NBA and your 9-year career with the NBA. What's the biggest difference from the NBA then to the NBA now, in your opinion?
When I first started in the NBA, it was 17 teams. Now there are 30.
Crazy.
So the talent has diluted from the time I played to now.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that are starting, a lot of guys that are starting on the NBA teams now would be coming off the bench, in the beginning. I have to say that
Shots
because
fired.
yeah, I have to shoot it because I look at the team that I played on. I was the first team All-American coming out of college.
Absolutely.
And I go to the Knicks and I can't play. I don't play because Earl Monroe, Hall of Famer, Walt Frazier, Hall of Famer, Dick Barnett, Hall of Famer, Dean Meminger, one of the college players of the year. Willis Reed, Hall of Famer, Dave DeBusschere, Hall of Famer, Bill Bradley, Hall of Famer. Then you have Phil Jackson. So I had 5 Hall of Famers on my team. Now you look at the NBA now, which I take nothing away from the NBA. They're very, very good players, very talented players. But how many Hall of Famers do you have on a team? We look at San Antonio, you have Tim Duncan, and that's probably it.
Right.
You have
Tim, Manu, and Tony were that trio for so long,
Yeah,
but Tim is the Hall of Fame.
He's a
I
Hall
got
of Fame guy.
Yeah.
He's going to get in for sure.
Absolutely.
Tony, I'm not sure, and Manu, I'm not sure either.
Right.
But again, that's the difference. I think the talent has been diluted in the NBA, but still the game is more up-tempo. I think the players are probably a little more athletic than we were at the time because of the different trainers they have. The guys work year-round with these trainers and weights and nutrition.
These boys are big,
They're
too.
big.
These college players
They're
are
big.
like corn-fed men.
They're big because you have better nutrition now. You have better equipment for guys to work out, and I think that's the only difference. But it's been saturated down where there are more players playing basketball games now. It's going from, like I say, from 17 teams to 30 teams. So you're looking at 13 more teams added times 15 players. You're looking at nearly 200 some players. I'm not good at math like that.
I'm not either. That wasn't my strength.
But again, you're looking at 200 more players, in the NBA now that weren't years ago.
You were part of the '73 championship team with the Knicks. Talk to me about that experience and what did you learn from all that?
Well, like I said, I came out of UCLA. I was first team All-American, and I thought I could go and have some type of impact and play, and I didn't play. I played 4 minutes a game, and I learned so much from those guys by being patient. I learned more about the game. I learned that I had to come into the game and do a certain thing only. And I came in to be instant offense, so I came in and scored, and that was it. That's all I did. And that helped prepare me to be a coach down the road. But it was a great setting. I'd never been in New York before. One of the players, we had a reunion years ago, and I was telling that player John Gianelli, who went to Pacific, we were crossing 7th Avenue trying to get back to the hotel. It took us about 20 minutes to cross the street. There were so many cars, so many people going on that we couldn't get across the street. I've never seen a city like that before. But again, it was just a great setting of great players, a great coach, knowing how to play, knowing what to emphasize first to win basketball games. Everybody sacrificed. I think a lot of players during that era sacrificed a lot to win basketball games. That was important. I never heard once anyone talk about a contract, and I don't know if the media has made that happen now or not.
Way different now.
It's different. Like I said, the game is totally different.
Yeah.
But you never heard anyone talk about contract or what other guys were making in the NBA. You played basketball. That's what we did, and we played together as a team. And I just remember the practices were just as intense as the games. Phil Jackson was great, and he was on the team that I was on. We were the second team, and we played every possession like we were winning championship basketball.
That's good, though.
That's the way it was.
You mentioned coaching, and let's delve a little bit into that. You've coached various teams. You've been coaching for a very long time. What are some of your standout moments with different teams as a coach?
I've coached, like you say, so many different places. I'm kind of a self-made coach. I coached in Venezuela. I coached in Winnipeg, Canada. I coached in Puerto Rico. I've been in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been in Savannah, Georgia. I've been in Oklahoma City. All over I've been.
Yeah.
Coaching, and I've learned from those places that I've been, and I've grown as a coach. And I think I took all this to SC when I went to SC, and we had some good years there. We really had some good players. I have nothing bad to say about Mike Garrett. I think he gave me an opportunity, but again, he gave the young people at SC an opportunity. That's what I like about Mike Garrett. Not so much he did it for me, but he was very conscious of student athletes graduating. That was important for me. And that's why I was so hard. They talk about how hard I was on kids, but I wanted them to graduate. We were giving them a $40,000 to $50,000 education, and my thing was, you go to school. I'm giving you $50,000 to go to school.
There's no skating through it just because you're on the basketball team. No skating.
You got to go to school. If you don't go to school, you don't play basketball. So, I had to become that tough father figure because as I look back and as I talk to these guys now, they were happy with that. They were happy out of SC with me that I did the right thing for them. And that's what I knew as a coach, being there, that I was doing the right thing. I wasn't concerned so much about what the media was saying. And they weren't happy with what I was doing, but that's not the way I coach.
Can't please everybody.
Can't please everybody, no. So I was happy with being there. I think one of my best moments of sports and being in sports was coaching at SC.
Interesting. A UCLA guy saying that USC was his best experience.
And I won championships at UCLA. I won a championship in the NBA. I won a championship in the minor leagues. But coaching at USC was probably my biggest thrill of my whole career.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. That's really interesting.
But it's so interesting to be able to bring people together and you shape and mold their lives. Not just basketball I'm shaping and molding. I shaped and mold their lives. That's what I'm happy about. I'm really happy about that.